Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Always a pleasure having you. And now that you have all the updates you need to have on Matter Sports, sasa turudi kwa New Year. Yes, it's 2026 and Happy New Year. This greeting we're giving you until January, February, March. I don't know, to touch up around March if you're lucky. So Happy New Year once again. And looking at the year, there's usually some traditions here and there. You know, how people want to start off their year. People have different ways. Kuna wenye tuko nasema na James New Year, New Me. Lakini kuna wenye wanaendelea. So we have asked you a question. We're asking you a question right now for this particular discussion. Umeset goals mpya ama umecarry forward as a last year? Umeset mpya ama umecarry forward za last year zenye ukome? Ama wewe si mtu wa kuset goals? So tunataka uongee na sisi pale to Facebook. Talk to us. The hashtag is Y in the morning, and we will be sure to read some of your comments. So for this particular discussion, I'm not alone. I'm joined by a guest, and atatuambia his own experience from his personal life. I'm joined by Ruben Kuria, who is the founder of Kingdom Creative Institute. He's also creative director of Ryuk Graphics. I don't know if I've pronounced it right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So karibu sana, Ruben.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. So tell us about kabla tuingie kwa topic yetu. Tell us about yourself, what you do as the founder and as creative director.
I can say it's a long story to explain it. First, I started. I think I started when I was in Form 2. That's the first time I started the first company. The first company was known as Zelox company, but it failed due to a lot of things. That time I never knew a lot about things to do with systems, structures, goal setting. I never knew about anything. Then in Form 3, I sat under one man. I don't know if I mentioned him, but because of security, I won't mention him. I sat under this person. I was in high school and this person came as a motivational speaker. And after he spoke, I was so much inspired. And I'd gone away from my dream, but I came back as a graphic designer. So I had a computer. So what I did, I started training myself on graphic designing, some video editing, and web designing. And by the time I was finishing Form 4, I had already founded the Ryuk Graphics. And by the time I was joining my college, I had already employed more than 6 people in the company, and it was doing well. So after a long time, now I came to get a lot of people who wanted to know what I was doing. And most of the people wanted to be educated. I want to know graphic designing. You are a young person. I'm seeing you are doing well in this area. So most people are interested. I want to know graphic designing. I want to know video editing. So I decided, why can't I start a place where I can educate people on graphic designing, on the matter of graphic designing, video editing, web design, and software engineering. And my main target was kids. I started with kids because it is a journey of changing Africa. Because now you realize that where Africa is going and where the economy is going, it will be controlled by only those who are in tech. So it was a kind of a way empowering the kids and empowering the young people in the place of tech, so that they can become people who are relevant in the coming economical zone. So I started Kingdom Creative Institute, which is now 6 months old. I've worked with more than 50 people. I did the first cohort. I just finished the first cohort the December. The first cohort was ending before day 22. And I finished with the first 50 people, and I'm happy that 2 of those people have already sent me some of the things that they are doing, and it's amazing, and I'm proud of myself.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite something. So that is the Kingdom Creative Institute.
Yeah.
So that's the business where you're teaching and training people on what you're doing, you know, your skills. That's quite something. And you're saying you started the first cohort, so it's fairly new, and you just started last year, end of the year, and you had 50 people.
Yeah, I had 50 people.
How?
I think the work I was doing with a lot of people. I've worked with a lot of people, And in colleges, I was able to convince some young people. Even I was not. I had some clients who I've worked with, and they were amazed by my work, and they wanted their kids to learn about what we are doing. Some of the people wanted to teach their working people, the people who they are working with on the skill.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite something for the first time, having 50 people come in for the training. And what you said it was a success, and you're already seeing results from two of the people that you hosted.
Yeah.
So that's something. And I'm just curious, how is it like, even as we're looking into the new year, maybe that will also just bring something out of someone whose dream almost died, like you were saying, yours almost died. So what is it that has kept you going, as a business person, as an entrepreneur? What is that one thing that keeps you going? Like, hey, sometimes things can be thick, or sometimes things are not working, but what is that one thing?
One of the things I've come to learn, because still I'm learning, I'm not on that place where I wish to be. One of the things is one which we are going to speak about, goal setting. And another thing is that businesses are not emotional. You have to work out of emotion, and also sometimes in emotions, because you are also a man, you cannot leave emotions away. So, but most of the time, I think young people, you are mostly controlled by emotions. You feel today I won't do it, and so you get the emotion, we kill the consistency, we kill the discipline. So one of the things that have helped me in this all the journey I've walked is one thing, that I've not been swept out by emotions, and that have made me to stand even in times where things were shaking. I still stood, because that's the main thing I've come to learn, that business is not emotional. You need to stand as a man, and you need to you don't need to work with emotion that today you feel leo nasikia niamke, leo nasikia niko na client wengi, I want to work well. So it is out of emotions and discipline and consistency.
Wow, I like that. Knowing how to manage emotions and having discipline and consistency. And how did you know that this is what you wanted to do, to venture into graphics and actually, grow it and even open another, out of it, open now a training? How did you know this is it for me?
So I think it is 2017. I was in class 7. Yeah.
What are you doing, class 7, guys?
I was in class 7, and I could check, it was campaign times. So the posters, everything, the campaigning. I was schooling in Nakuru. So I remember in Nakuru there was one billboard of Laila Omodo Odinga, and it was very smart. And I wished that I could make that the same thing. So I went, and I never knew about any software. I never knew about anything. So when I went home, I started checking what can I do. So I used the first software was by Microsoft. It was called Publisher. It was not professional, but I did it, and I showed one of my brothers, and he was like, "Wow, you are doing it." So I created a lot of posters for MCAs, for governors, and from that place, the passion of graphic designing came in, and the money. The money we cannot live. The money is the greatest motivation. So I remember one day my church tells me we want calendars. So I make the calendars, and there was a payment, and I was happy about it, and it motivated me to know more.
Wow, that's quite something. So it just starts from, what is that dream? Because some people usually wonder, what is it that I can do? So it's just usually that dream that you had when you were younger. What is that thing that you wanted to do? Maybe hapo ndio pesa yako iko. Unang'ang'ana pale kwa employment, na pesa yako iko kwa mkono yako.
Kabisa.
So yeah. So now looking into 2026, when the new year started, just for you, did you feel more inclined to set fresh goals, or were you looking just to continue with the ones that you already had?
I think when it comes to goals, there are two types of goals. There is long-term and short-term goals. So there are goals that we go for 5 years. There are goals that we go for 2 years. Then there is a goal that we go for 2 months. So I think there are goals that I continue with, because there are some which are like 5 years. In 5 years, I want my company to be in a certain place. There are goals that are short term. In 2 weeks, in 2 months, this is what I will set. So this year I've set some of the goals which I want them to achieve by the end of January. Some of them I would like to achieve them by the end of the year. Yeah.
Okay. So, and did you have goals that you carried from 2025?
Yeah, I have two of my goals that I carried in 2026. One of the goals is that I wanted to have by the time. One of my long goals was to have educated more than 2,000 people by the end of 2027. By the time we are doing the election, one of my goals, I wanted to have educated more than 2,000 people.
Wow.
So that's one of the things that I was looking for. So I'm having another cohort this January. So, and I'm pushing to have more than 200 people joining the cohort.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have, if it's 2,000, you still have 1,950.
Yeah.
Because you're already down with 50, so you're still carrying forward with the other one.
Yeah.
Because it's a long-term goal that you're working towards.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Now, when it comes to goal setting, some people say, you know, when I set goals January, and it's usually the kama tuka, it's cliche, you know, everyone's setting goals for the new year. And then inafika mahali hata unasahau goals zenye ulikuwa umeweka. But how do you move from it being cliche to you actually staying true to the goals that you set? Kwa discipline na goals zenye unasema this year nataka this and that, nataka kuanza biashara, this year nataka kuoa, this year nataka kufanya kununua gari. You know, people's goals are different. This year mtu anataka tu kununua kitanda. It can be a small goal that you just want to buy a bed. You know, so how do you actually move from it being cliche and you're just doing it because people are doing it to actually it becoming something?
I think from goal setting, there's one mistake we do in goal setting. Most of the time, I think what we do is we are making wishes. Like, I want to do this. But I think people love to differentiate between making wishes and having setting goals. Because one thing I've come to observe, you want to buy a car. Yes, you want to buy a car. But it's like you have wished it. You have not written it down. You have not planned how to get the car. So you get most people what they are doing, they are just wish making. Most people, I want to marry, but haujakatia mtu, you don't have a girlfriend still. I want to buy a car, still you're not finding a job. So you'll find a goal doesn't just exist. A goal, yes, you set a goal, but there are systems that, and there's a path that you have to make so that you can get to goal. Because if I want to go to Nakuru, then I have to go to Nairobi, get a matatu, then take a matatu. I have to realize that there is money I'll have to use to pay the matatu. Then to get to Nakuru, I have to go through Naivasha. Now, for the same thing in setting goals, you'll have to realize that in setting goals, I want to buy a car. I will use money. That's the first thing. So how much do I need? Which car do I need? Let's say I want to buy a Prado. So I need to have around 7 million. So how will I get the 7 million? So most people are saying I want to buy a car, but you have not defined where will I get the money? How will I get the money? Because now there is getting the money and how you will get the money. So most people are just wishing that I want this, but you have not set exactly the right path to what you want to get, the goal you have set. Because last year I was asking one of the people who we were speaking to, did your goal come? No. And most people, speaking honestly, most people, their goals, no one. I think even for myself, I was able to achieve only like 70% of my goals. I cannot say I was able to achieve 100%. I was sometimes it is because sometimes you're not realistic with your goals. Maybe you set goals that are not at all realistic. Sometimes you never set the right path to your goals. So I think one of the things about goal are systematic. You have to set the system to your goals, because system is what creates consistency and it is what creates the discipline to get into your goal.
Okay, I think I like that, because about tunasemanga I want a Lamborghini, but do you know how much a Lamborghini is?
Yeah.
What are you doing together? I want a range.
Yeah.
But when do you want it? There's a system, as you have said it, and I want us to look at that system. More into it. How is that system? How does that system look like? Yes, you want this car. Yes, you want. So what? How do you put it down? Because you mentioned that the distinction between a goal and a wish is for a goal you actually write it down.
Yeah.
A wish remains in the mind. Ninataka. One day I want to be a CEO. But if you actually have it as a goal, you now put it down. So that's there's that. So now when you're putting this down and the system, so maybe you can take us through how you do yours. How does your do you have a vision board? How does it look like? How specific is it? They usually say SMART. So SMART, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound. So how does yours look like?
So one of the things I don't want to carry my goal or what I want to achieve in my mind. So one of the things I will do, I will actualize whatever I want to achieve. I will give you an instance. I want to build a school. So what will I do? I will go, and the good thing in this generation we have AI, we have a lot of things. So if I want to build a school, I just go to the AI, type give the description to the AI, the type of the school I want to build, and it will bring the image. So I'll have just to go and print the image and come and put it, and that creates discipline. Because imagine you wake up in the morning and on your bed you have put the image of what you want to achieve. You have put the image of that car. It will motivate. It will kind of be a motivation, because by waking up, the first sight you saw your goals. So your mind is already set.
Natafuta hii lazima nipate pesa ya leo, lazima ingie kwa hii.
And that's kind of faith. You have started just actualizing your faith, because now your mind now is set for that thing, because that's the reason why we create the vision board, because we want to actualize the goal itself. We don't want to, yes, you have written it, but we want to actualize it, because now even when it is coming, we'll be able to know, now I see what I'm building. You start buying, you buy
land,
and now you start realizing, now I'm on my way to buy my Prado. You buy Vicks, I'm on my way to buy a Prado. Now it will help you putting a vision board. It will help you to actualize and to see your vision in the reality. Exactly. And it will push you to do whatever you want to achieve your goal. So one of the things is actualizing your goal, like printing. Go to AI. That's the advantage we have. And we have a lot of software. You can go to Pinterest and get that car, print the car, put it on your bedroom. You want to become like someone, go and print his picture, put it on your bedroom. Each and every morning you wake up, you have the picture of that person, and this is the direction I'm heading to. But most of the time they are in our minds. You don't have, and that shows you don't have faith. That's the first thing. You don't have faith. You are not in. The second thing, you are not in that thing. You are not in that thing. It is in you, but you yourself, you are not in that thing.
It is in you, but you're not in it.
You are not in it.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
Mtu anauliza kama hana bedroom. Acha nikuulize swali. Amesikia kusema unaweka hiyo picha hapo kwa room yako. Kama una room unaweka wapi?
There are many places you can put it. If you have a kitchen, you can put it on your kitchen. If you have a sitting room, obviously there is a place you are living in.
And I also think, because someone might say, privacy, sitaki kila mtu aone nini yangu. But I think you can have it on your phone, because things are digital, as you've said. We have the technology as an advantage. Some people have vision boards. I have friends who talk on a vision board, cast screensaver. So every time you open your phone, you're like, you see your Prado, you see, so I need to achieve this by this time. I need this amount of money. So that's, I know someone who has a vision board, and then how it's usually like, I make a picture. The same way you've said it.
Yeah.
So when you actually see it, it comes closer. When you know the specs, you know, of the phone you want, the nini,
Yeah.
so you actually know how to use it before even you start using it.
Sure.
Your iPhone 17 Pro, you
Yeah.
already know how to operate
it.
because you have researched it, you know about it, so you have put that on your phone. Neo simu unatumia yenye ambayo si iPhone, hiyo ndio hapo. Unaona ni pesa ngapi, this much, and then you break it down. In a month I need to save how much?
Yeah.
So in a month I need to save this much to get this phone by when? So because you need a timeline as well. So by December I need to get iPhone 17 because unajua itakwisha by 20.
Yeah.
iPhone 20, but no, after 17 is fair for you. So you know you are saving this much to get to whatever you want.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it, you have a plan for it, as you said.
Yeah.
Have that system.
Yeah.
And to just actualize it. And now kuna you know, someone who would be very hard on themselves, you know, someone wants to start a business and ameweka kila kitu, someone who has a picture, has researched, because if it's a business then you need to know the details, right?
Yeah, sure.
You need to know how much I need as a startup capital. You need to know about the area. Is this a place where people can... So you have done all that. Unajua hii by the way nikipata imeivana.
Yeah.
But it is the getting the money. It's just something that's limiting you from getting that.
Yeah.
And then you have set it, and then in a pita. So some people get discouraged. So it looks like failure, like a failure. So you know, you get discouraged from your whole vision board that you had written.
Yeah.
Like hizi vitu ni kama hizi ni za mafala. Wenye tunasema mali ni ya mafala. So tunasema hizi ni za mafala. Unaanza kuingilia. So manze tunateseka, manze you know, story mingi. So you forget about what you actually wanted because how do I call it, setback,
Yeah.
really failure. Yeah.
So I think when you are creating, you'll have to realize, and this is the truth, you won't achieve everything. That's the truth. Or you won't achieve, yes, there are times you achieve everything, but you'll have to put it that you won't achieve everything. And that's nature, because there are a lot of things. You can be moving to that direction and you notice, hey, by that I was doing graphic designing, but I've noticed there's another course, if I put it here, it will sell more. So you'll have to realize that not everything, sometimes even it is not about, and another thing is the mind. I think the mindset. I think most people are not limited by finances, are not limited by people, are not limited by places that you don't have an office, that's why you have not started the business. I think most of the people is the mind. They have said their mind, I cannot do this, I don't have finances, and you are seated there believing I don't have finances and nothing can happen. So I think most people are not limited in finances, are not limited that this thing is the mind. Because one of the things that will make you even give up is your mind. You have made your mind to believe that I cannot achieve this thing. And what happens is that you won't achieve it. When the mind sticks that this thing is hard. Now, when your mind sticks that I don't have the money, that's the reason why I cannot start the business. And that's the problem with our generation. Most people think I need money so that I can start. Let me give you a story. When I did the first cohort with 50 people, in the group I had only like 5 people who I wanted to work with, but I was shocked that evening to see 50 people have joined. And I was like, wow, I was not even serious, and I had to tell them, give me 30 minutes so that I can be more serious, because you realize most of the time there is a way we limit ourselves. Not that thing is not possible, not that your goal is too big. No, if the mind put it, my goal is big, it will become big. It will overwhelm you. But when you set in your mind that this dream is too small, it is buying a Prado is just a small things. That's why systems.
See how to planning peke
yao. That's why systems help you to break that thing to become a small goal. Because if you just put it, I want a Prado, it is big. That's the reality. It is a big thing. But if you break it down, you realize, so I can save in each and every month. So I need to save only 20,000. So within 2 years, I will have the Prado. That's simple. So you realize most people have said I want to start a company, but still I want 200,000. But in your M-Pesa uko na 2,000. What is the 2,000 doing in your M-Pesa account? Go and buy something with it. Make a business card for yourself. You have already started a business. That's how we did it. We started it with business card. No place, no office, even no registration. Only a business card. But when you are introducing yourself, I have this big company. But what is the evidence? Only a business card.
Only a business card.
So your mind is the only thing that can limit you not to achieve your goal.
And once you believe it in your mind, then you even when you're talking about it, because you've already seen your business, so you're marketing the business that you've seen, not the one that is existing. So you're telling people you sell that business that you're working towards, right? And that's what brings it to a success. Wonderful. Now, when it comes to setting goals, some people usually don't know which areas to start, where to start. Sasa nafaa kutafuta, yani niseme nataka gari juu watu wanataka gari, niseme nataka bibi juu nimefika 40, niseme nataka, so what are the areas that you can set goals around?
I think there are four, I think 3 or 4 areas. We define them and we know how many they are. I think one of the most important one is the personal goals. What I myself, Prado is not personal. Personal is when we are speaking about character, about your relationship. I want a friend. I want this. I want this and this. By the time I'm ending here, I was doing this. So I want to stop. I was sleeping for 12 hours. I want to sleep for 8 hours. That's personal.
Personal, yeah.
And now you realize those things are what makes you to achieve your goal.
Exactly.
Because you can say I want to achieve a Prado, but you personally don't save. You don't have the character of saving. When ukipata do ni kukula. So you realize you personally, that's where we start from. You personally, what is your goal in yourself? I want to do this. I was drinking much alcohol, so I want to stop. How will I do it? So the first type of goal is personal growth. That's the first place we start with. Before you set your goals, first develop your character. First develop who you are. Do your self-development. Do a self-assessment. Last year I was doing this. This year I want to start a new life. I want to stop
smoking.
smoking.
It can be just habits like I've been drinking too much. I want to reduce. Cut my. I've been overspending. I want to
do that.
Yeah.
So you find most of the people set goals like I want to buy this. I want to buy this. But I think that's where also you make problems, because you have set goals, but you have not set yourself to get to that goal. So because you are the one going to the goal. The goal is not the one that coming to you. It's you going to the goal. So it will depend 100% on how prepared you are. So it will have for you to do personal goal so that you can prepare yourself towards your goal. So that's the first place where you do your personal growth. My character, what I want to achieve in terms of money, in terms of this. Then we go to spiritual. I think now we go to either you are a Christian or Muslims, any religion you are. Now there are people who will say, I've been praying for 2 hours, I want to pray for 6 hours. So that's a goal. I've not been reading the Bible. I want to read the Bible. A chapter a day. Going back to personal growth, I want to read a book. You have been saying mwaka nzima, last year umekuwa ukisema nitaanza kusoma. If you have bought books, all the motivational books, but zinakuangalia tu, hujaifungua hadi ujue au ni nani. So it is time now you start setting such goals. I'll be doing it. I'll be doing a whole page in a day. I'll be doing 2 pages. I will be doing a chapter in a day. So now you realize those things fall under spiritual growth, and because life is spiritual, it doesn't matter if you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, even if you are not born again. At the end of the day, life is spiritual. So there are things that we said that are spiritual, and there are things that we said that are very personal. And also we come to now, like people in businesses, they will set business goal. Like most of the companies now, they are doing the vision boards, the goals. Now this is the time most of the companies are doing board meetings to do the goal assessment, to do everything so that they can plan what do we want to end by the end of the year. This is the time most companies are employing new people, because now they want to set the goals need these people. So you realize now that's where we enter to the economical goal. Now I want to achieve this kind of achievement. By the end of this goal, I want to have this kind of money. And as you are setting that, that's where you define the money. I want to buy a Prado. I've used Prado a lot.
It's like a dream car is a Prado.
I don't know how it came. Let's say I want to marry. So how much will I use in my wedding? How much will it need cost me to pay for the bride price? So you need to define all those things. Now they fall onto the economical. Now the characters fall into the personal growth. I want this kind of a wife. I want him to be a Christian. I want him to be like this. I want him to have a car also. Some people say tupatane kwa parking. So that's also
it's a goal for some people, you know.
That's also a goal for some people. Now economical goal. That's where you said the money I want for my. I want to start a business. Now the business I have, it needs like 1 million. So I will define it. I need 1 million. And also you should be specific with your goal. And that's where most people, I want a car, but you have not been specific. Which car?
What color?
What color do I want? Which type? Because you realize there are a lot of cars. There are a lot of Prados. We have TX. We have I don't know what. We have a lot of those machines. So you'll have to define which one do I want. I want a V8. I want this kind. I want the engine. I want the engine to be like that, because you can be dreaming a car and you get a car that you cannot fuel.
Yeah.
So you did a mistake because you never defined the goal. Yes, you achieved the goal, but you did a mistake in your goal. Yeah.
So even goals need to be well researched.
Yeah, you need to research well.
So yeah, some take reflection, especially when it comes to, well, from what I'm getting, when it comes to personal growth, reflection. How have I been last year? What do I need to change about myself to improve about myself? So that takes a lot of reflection. Yeah. And then when it comes to goals where that involves economic growth or whatever, then you need to research. If I want to get into this business, what will it take for me to get to this point?
Where should I go to?
Yeah, who
should I go to?
Consult. Yeah. And what is the place of mentors when it comes to people who want to start businesses this year or whatever, actually? But what is the place of mentors?
I think the place of mentor is he have already walked a journey. Because if I want to start a business on graphic designing, I will find someone who have already done graphic designing. I know already is successful. So I will go to him and I will consult him. This person have made a lot of mistakes. So he will tell you, at this point, I'm sure you will make this point. So you have already walked the journey. So he's there like a person who is telling you, don't. If you go this way, you get bump. Like the way if you want to go to Nakuru, kuna mtu ashaipitia kwa njia. You'll ask or you use your Google Map. Your Google Map will tell you move to this direction. If you move to this direction, you find yourself in Alok and you are going to Nakuru. So you find the mentors have already walked the path. So they know where there is bump, they know where there is river, they know where you can make an accident. They know they have already made the accident, so they can tell you, don't make this mistake. I've already made this mistake. Yeah. These people are also there to keep you accountable. Sometimes you find you have made a deal. You have never touched 50,000. A client come and tells you 50,000. You don't have a mentor. You don't have someone who is keeping you accountable. So what you do, you will misuse
the money.
Ushinde
kudeliver kazi umepatia ufanye.
So the mentor is there to keep you accountable. He's there. He have walked the journey. So you know the mistakes. You already know if you get here, you make this mistake, you do this. So he's there to guide you, not necessarily to become who he is. He's there to make you a higher person more than he is. Because if you've got there, you won't waste time making the mistakes he make. So you will have to utaokoa a lot of times because he will tell you, here I made mistakes, so you won't waste time. You know, if I do this, I'll make a mistake. So you already have the light path. He will tell you, if you get there, don't speed. If you get there, speed, kunakuwa na wezi. Speed. Unatoroka. So you'll save a lot of time because you won't make a lot of mistake. Why? Because the mentor already made the mistake. So you'll have the time to become a superior person more than he is. And that's what even Jesus says, that I've left you so that you can become more than I am. Because he had achieved and he had shown those people the path. So he wanted them to achieve more than he had achieved.
All right, absolutely. Amazing things you've already said. And what is when do you get to a place where you feel like, this one, you have set a goals, umefika hapo medium, like, hii ni tricky, hii hata ni drop. Do you get to a place where you can drop a goal, maybe re-strategize or change things about it, yeah?
So I think when you are creating goals, the reason why we are creating systems is because if the goal is 5 years, between the 5 years, I'll have to sit down with myself and ask myself, because now you realize, like, we are entering into the phases of AI. I'm in tech. So you are entering into the phases of AI. So you realize, now, I was going to this path. Now you realize that there are things you have set this goal, but you'll have to move out of it, because in coming like 1 year, it won't have relevance. So if I continue with this, I'm going to lose a lot of things. I'm going to lose the audience. I'm going to lose in the market. So what will I do? I'll have to strategize so that I cannot get to a place and I feel, it is not becoming. Not that the goal is bad or I cannot achieve the goal, but you find a lot of things, because we are living in a world now that is changing a lot. Many things. We are waking up, I don't know this was invented, I don't know this happened. So you realize there are a lot of things that are happening. So you'll have to be having a lot of time, you'll have to sit down and strategize. You wanted to buy a Prado within 1 year, but you realize between the katikati, another car came out, and it was even more cheaper, but the same thing. So you'll have to re-strategize. You get that there was something that you wanted to buy, but by the time you get to that period to buy that thing, it is in the market, maybe that thing is low, the price is low, or the price is high. So it will have to take you to re-strategize again to get to achieve that goal. So one of the things, as you are setting your goal, you have to have a system. If I want to achieve this thing, this comes also in long-term goals, because now that's the place where you have to create system of, like, if I want to achieve this goal in 2 months, so it means when I finish the first month, I will have to sit and check, where am I now? I wanted by the end of this month, I wanted to achieve 200,000. Have I achieved it? I will check it. I will sit with myself in the end of that month. I will check it. I've not done it. So I will have to re-strategize so that I can get even what I have not achieved. Because if a month I've gotten to 50,000 and I wanted 200,000, so it means I will have to strategize so that I can compensate whatever I have not been able to achieve in whatever time I wanted to achieve.
All right, great. So there's a lot pretty much that goes, like, you have to take your time to be intentional about, when you're setting goals, following through the goals as the year goes by. Siti unashtukia, nilikuwa na goals, by the way, umeshtukia ni April, nilikuwa na goals, unakumbuka unaziku. It's actually working. It's a journey you walk as you do. And then now, I believe there's a place of accountability. Even before we come to a close in this conversation, there's a place of accountability where, if when we're friends, or my sister or my brother, someone I trust, I believe that I can tell, by this is my goal. Someone will just keep you in check. Umefanya hii by the way, ulikuwa umesema utafanya by this time. Yeah. So I think because sometimes you get lazy, sometimes you get distracted, sometimes life just gets hard. Vitu zimekuchapa mpaka umejisahau. So just that person to keep you in check. By the way, ulikuwa umesema utafanya hii. So what's the product of that? And also, while you're answering it, how do you protect yourself from comparison and external pressures that might be there?
I think, let me start with this. I think our society have cultures. And I think one of the things that you have to avoid is getting to the cultures of society when making your goals. Because you get someone who is saying, I'm making a goal to marry, but it's not his time. It is the pleasure of the community, because all your friends have married. Now you have the pleasure. And so you made it a goal, but even it was not your time to marry. So you'll have to realize there are things that culture have created to us, and you'll have to, before you set your goal, you have to win over the culture before you set your goals. You want to buy a car. Why do you want to buy a car? Because your friends, all your friends have a car? No. You'll have to set goals that are coming from inside you, not because of the pleasure. And the reason why most people have pleasure is because you are setting those, and why most people compensate is because you came to Nairobi, you set a goal, I want to come to Nairobi, not because of yourself, because you want to show the community, I must achieve. Lazima niomoke, lazima making mom proud. Statement like that, those have been made by the culture. I want to make my mama proud. I want to make my father proud. It is the culture which is pushing you, and most of the time you are setting even goals that are not yours. You are setting goals for the society. I want to buy a car not because of myself.
Ndio wanitambue.
Ndio nikienda place waniite mdosi. So you'll have to realize before you create, that's why you have to sit down. You have to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, am I doing it because the society defines it that way? So you'll have to win over the culture. You'll have to win over the culture with all your mind. You'll have to make sure that I'm not doing this because the culture says so, because people are marrying all over. I'll have to marry because watu wanataka dem amebeba. So this is my goal. Lazima bibi yangu akuwe amebeba. Lazima.
So ukipata dem mzuri haumuoni kwa sababu unatafuta tu dem amebeba, which is, guys.
The culture have created it the way. So if you are not careful, you'll find you have achieved a lot, but even you are not happy with whatever you have achieved. That's why you have many people with cars, but they are not happy. That's why you have families that are broken. Why? Because you achieved things that were not yours. Because the culture, because your mother gave you, alianza kuuliza mtoto utatuletea nini, the culture entered in your mind. And you achieved for your mother and not for yourself. Even in education, you get right now, most of the students in schools, you are speaking with a student and he's telling you, unajuaje sisomi juu yangu, koja hii certificate nimaliza nipelekee madhe. So even this is a call to parents, that you will have to realize that your child have his own path apart from what you want him to achieve. So you have to partner with him, not him to partner with you. The child have to partner. You as a parent, you are there to partner with the child towards whatever he want to achieve. Not whatever you as a parent you want to instill your child. Lazima ukue daktari. You must do it. When I was doing graphic designing, telling my parent, I want to do graphic design. They don't know what graphic designing is. That graphic designing. What is graphic designing? They have never had like that. So you'll find them, they will tell you, don't take graphic designing. Kuwa mwalimu. And you'll achieve, and you realize in the future you are not happy with whatever you did. You are not happy with whatever you achieved. So that's the first thing. The reason why people are compensate, the reason why people give up, the reason why people go through that is because whatever you did was not much personal. The other thing, when we come to accountability, you must have accountability. We have a lot of things that can make you accountable. An alarm also is an accountability things. You have to set your alarm. You cannot say I will be sleeping for 6 hours and you never set the alarm. Be sure you sleep for 12 hours. So it means you'll have to measure 6 hours. Where do they end? Here. Set your alarm. I'll wake up at 4. I will set my alarm. And immediately you set your alarm, you are set to go. So accountability is there. A person also is there to keep you accountable. Because now the person will also in goal setting. You can set goals, and sometimes you are tired, you are hard with yourself, you don't have time to rest. So the person is there to keep you accountable. By that, sijaona ukikula.
Kula manze.
Kula manze.
Tulia kidogo.
Tulia. Hii pesa hadi ukitafuta. So you have to have people who will keep you accountable in whatever you are doing. They will make you not to fail. Even some of the people who mentor us, they will give you even finances. There are people who will sponsor you in whatever idea you have. So that's the reason why we have mentorship and people who are accountable to. And I will advise you, don't make your friend to be the one who is accountable to, because at the end of the day, he won't be accountable the way he should be.
Itakuwa jokes.
Yeah, itakuwa jokes.
Yeah, but we have a few friends who are very strict and, it depends on the kind of friends you have, because deep down unajua beshte zimekuwa na. Anyway, so I think we will wrap it up right here, but not before you tell us about the January cohort for your training for people who want to do graphics. Is it still open? Wangoja applications the next time? How do you do? How is your intake like?
My target was 200, but I think sometimes we are open because you don't know how many people you have gotten to. So you don't know the metric. So sometimes you have set a goal for 200 people, they come 150. Sometimes you have set 200, they come 500 people. So sometimes we set 200 because that's our goal. But sometimes the goal can go and it can exceed your expectation, and sometimes it can go down your expectation. So I think I'm very open to anyone. We do it for the churches, the people in the church, because now you realize even in the gospel is entering into the digital, the live streaming. Watu wenye walikataa Facebook sasa ndio wanaitisha Facebook. So you realize that now we are doing even the training for the churches, doing training for the corporate people, photography, videography, all those things. So we do training for people, even personally, personally. Sometimes you can come to us, we can do it online, we do customized. You can say, I'm a busy person, I'll be doing it on Saturday. So we'll have to create a system that will make sure that on Saturday you'll have someone who is training you, or there's something that will happen. There are people who say, I'd like you to come to our office. So we go to your office, we come with our team, we go to your office, and you come there, and we are not expensive.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to mention prices, Ama? You want to tell them where they can find you to get the details? So
we have customized, and also we have the one that maybe you are a student. You always go a student. You must be lenient because even you have walked the journey. So this person, the strength of the student. So sometimes we set the prices, but we set the prices with we set the prices. The lowest, the last quote, the lowest price was 10,000. So it was a period of only, we do it with weeks. We did it for 6 weeks for 10,000. We did graphic designing. We taught people on the new softwares. We teach even AI. The people who want to enter in the spaces of AI, we want to learn how to use AI, how to create prompts, how to do a lot of things. People in the film industry who want to create scripts, we do train things like those. Even this year we are planning one of the goals is to produce one of the movies. Wow. Because we want to define more. So I'm a Christian. Let me speak myself. I'm a Christian. So we want to redefine the industry of the Christianity. Wow. So that's why we are Kingdom Creative Industry, because our aim is the kingdom. So that's the aim. So we are open to most people, the corporate world, the churches, any person. Hadi wezi ukitaka ku live stream ukienda kuimba
unawatrain after mwapatie injili ama
we will train you, and by the time you are coming out you are a changed person.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Ruben. I think that has been quite insightful discussion. I'm sure if you have been inspired, I'm sure you have been inspired. So you can tell us about it at Y254 #WhyTheMoney. Where can people reach you on social media? What are your sites?
You can get me at you can get our page at Kingdom Creative Institute or Luke Graphics. Also, you get me there. If you text or comment, be sure I will get back to you. We usually go back to all our comments, and we make sure we get all our comments to get back to those people who have commented Also, if you take that, we make sure this is what tutakulenga. We make sure we have gotten back to you. Also, you can get us at our number 07 57 84 25 27.
All right. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Ruben. It's been a pleasure having you. Tutaendelea kuwa na more discussions even around technology, what you're doing. So next time utakuja utupatie a brief teaser of training, you know, how AI works and whatnot. Awesome. So thank you for joining us, for being loyal, staying with us all the way till 10 a.m. We appreciate your company for sure. We've been talking about goal setting today. Before that, we had sports and we had some catching up with James as well. So on behalf of the team, we wish you a great day ahead. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.